Look at that stud of a rainbow. Wow. What a beautiful fish. Incredible. He's heavy. He's super heavy. Wow. Very nice. Howdy guys, I'm Kellogg and this is Kellogg Unfiltered. As you can see, I am driving. I'm in Newcastle, California right now. And I just met Wes Ward and dropped off a bunch of gear. This is where we do it. We do it at a gas station in Newcastle. The guys that own the gas station probably think we're drug dealers because we meet here a couple times a week and just do a quick exchange and then get on our way. I've got a day off from guiding, actually 2 days off. We'll be back at the lake tomorrow, and that's really what I wanted to talk about. I know a lot of you guys out there have thought about being fishing guides. You might be dreaming about being a fishing guide, and I gotta tell you, it is great. It is a thrill, but it is also a lot of work, and I thought I'd just give you some of the insight to what's going on, what it's like, what we've been doing, where we're going, and stuff like that. We've been at Collins Lake guiding since March 1st. Our boat's been in the water since March 1st. And, you know, Wes and I, we've got, you know, same things everybody else has. We've got families and property. Wes has kids. I have Lucy, all that kind of stuff, you know, and there's a lot of responsibility, you know, with that when you own a house and, you know, blah, blah, blah. We're also running two other full-time businesses, really. We've got the guide service. We've got the tackle business, and we've also got the whole video production component going on. So it has been a challenge. We have been juggling a lot of responsibilities here since March 1st for, you know, about 2.5 months. We are going into our final week of guiding at Collins Lake, our final week of the spring season. With the drought conditions, we don't know what we're going to be doing in terms of guiding. We will absolutely be guiding again. We may be guiding in the Northern Sierra. We may be guiding at Lake Shasta. We'll most likely be back at Collins Lake come the spring. We don't know where we'll be or if we'll be guiding this fall. We're going to have to wait and see, and I'll tell you about that here on the channel. In terms of guiding and being on the water every day, chasing trout at a relatively small lake, Wes and I have learned a ton about trout fishing and trout behavior. Some of the conclusions we've drawn are a little bit different, which is interesting since we've been fishing the same fish at the same small lake. We'll be doing a series of videos, tactical videos, just kind of trout talk, roundtable videos about fish behavior, what we've seen, what we've learned, how we've been adapting to the ever-changing bite. You know, guiding is physically tiring. Since March 1st, I've spent way more nights living in this Suburban. That's what I'm driving here. This is my fishing rig, my guiding rig, my filming rig. I've spent way more nights in this Suburban with Lucy than I've spent at home in my own bed. And my fish camp is really comfortable. I'm a lifelong camper, hunter. You guys know all that. But I gotta tell you, when you're there every day or almost every day, you're never really comfortable. You're not as comfortable as you are at home, and it starts to take a physical toll. The guiding itself is very mentally tiring. It's great when the fish are biting. It's very mentally tough when the fish aren't cooperating, which some days they don't cooperate for, you know, some period of time. Sometimes, you know, you'll get a whole week of poor conditions or changing conditions, and it can be a grind, and you've got to produce fish for your clients because they're looking at you as the expert. And well, I don't really believe there's experts in any kind of, you know, fishing. There's guys with more experience than others, but every day on the water is a day in the classroom, and the trout, they're the best teachers of all. So as an angler, no matter how much experience and skill you have, you should always be learning more every single time you're on the water, and that's been the case for me. But once again, when you're out there and the fish aren't biting, it can be mentally taxing. Now, when you've got people on the boat, maybe they catch their personal best trout. We had an 11-pound trout this spring. That was a thrill. We've had a lot of trout over 5 pounds this spring. When you put somebody on, you know, the trout of a lifetime, it's a thrill. We've had several kids on the boat, and we've put them on their, first ever trout. Some of those trout have been quite nice. That's a thrill as well. It's also really, really neat meeting a lot of new people, a lot of avid anglers. I've made a lot of friends this spring. I've made, friends that are going to be in my life for an extended period of time. That's been very satisfying and very rewarding. A lot of guides are divorced. A lot of guides aren't married, and I see why. If you were a 24/7, 365 type guide, I could see where that would really take a toll on your home life. The other aspect of the physical toll is not really being able to get in, workouts. You get up early. In my case, I get up at 10 minutes to 4 every morning so I can prep the boat, get all the gear in place, make sure everything is ship-shape and ready to go. I meet my clients between 6 and 6:30, and then I'm out in the water until sometime after lunch. Some days I have afternoon trips. So the bottom line is, by the time you're done guiding, and you're pretty tired, so you're not getting in your normal workouts, you're not eating your normal food, you're just living a lifestyle that's not really conducive, to being healthy, to exercising, to eating, quality food, because you spend a lot of time, you're really tired. We go to bed about when the sun goes down. We get up really early, and we rinse and repeat, and we've been doing it every day for going on 2.5 months. So it's interesting, but it's a toll, and the final toll it takes is on your gear. I know a lot of charter boat skippers, and it seems like their rods are always, or their boats rather, are always in some state of disrepair. And when Wes and I started guiding last fall, we bought the brand new FHS Tracker patio boat, brand spanking new, and this spring we didn't have any problems last fall, and we haven't had any real problems this spring, but we are starting to see the toll that day after day fishing is taking. When we go up to the lake this week, we've got to change out our 24-volt battery system. We've got to change the acid cell type batteries out for gel cell type batteries, because the vibration made our batteries go bad. No battery, no Minn Kota. Now I don't have my ability to steer the boat. In the last 2 days I spent on the water, I had to have clients on the wheel. We're trolling slow, it's no problem, and they didn't mind, but it just adds another stressor to the trip. We've had a litany of loose nuts and bolts. We've had to do a bunch of maintenance on the motor because we're just putting a ton of hours on the motor. Things like that. We've had downrigger problems. We've changed out the cable on one downrigger. We're going to change out the cable on another downrigger here this week. Our rods and reels they're solid. They're ready to catch fish, but it's definitely taken a toll on them too. We've re-spooled everything a couple times at this point. We're expecting to have to re-spool again as soon as we're done guiding. Some of our reels are starting to break down. You can kind of hear the bearings starting to go in them. So overall, guiding, while it's fun, I have the best office in the world, it's rewarding. I really got to take my hats off to the 24/7, 365 guides out there, guys that I've fished with over the years, because it does take a toll. It takes a toll mentally, physically, takes a toll on the family, it takes a toll on the gear, and you are constantly in motion when you're living this lifestyle, particularly, and most guides do, particularly if you have other business interests that are going on at the same time. It's hard to run a business or businesses from fish camp. The Wi-Fi is not great. Cell phone coverage is hit and miss. So it's just kind of challenge after challenge after challenge. But the rewards definitely outweigh the downside. I wouldn't be doing anything else. The tackle business is thriving. The video side of things, that drives everything. The channel gets bigger every single day. Added 400 new subscribers in the last 28 days. It's all happening. We're firing on all cylinders. I just wish there were 6 Wes's and 6 Kells. That would make things a lot easier, but it probably wouldn't, because we would just push that much harder, and we'd have 6 of us busy all the time. So anyhow, that's what's going on with us. We are going to spend another week at Collins. Then we're going to take a little time off, a few days off. We got to regroup, go over our gear, get our kayaks ready for traveling. I'm going to do a bunch of modifications to the Suburban here. I'll share all this stuff on the channel with you guys. I've got some conclusions about things that will make the Suburban more comfortable, more conducive to traveling, more conducive to editing video in the field, stuff like that. So a lot of challenges, a lot of rewards, a lot of positive things are up and coming here for Wes and I and the channel. We want to thank you guys sincerely for all the support. Thanks for putting up with our video, quality over the last couple months, because we've been working very quickly, so you might not get the edits exactly how you want them, but I'll come home and I'll have to knock out a week's worth of video. So that sort of thing's been going on. So thanks for your patience, and just thanks for all the support you've given the channel. I'm signing off for now. I got to head over to the bank, and then I got to hit the supermarket and stock up with food for my final week in the field. When I come back, I'm going to celebrate my 25th wedding anniversary. So that's been a thrill and a challenge as well, as you can imagine. Any of you guys out there that have been married for a long time, you know what I'm talking about. But I'm signing off for now. If you're looking for gear, jump on over to the fishhuntshoot.com website. Check out my store. We're fully stocked on spoons, flies, stuff like that. My rods are on back order. They're coming in hopefully any day. I don't know when. The supply chain's all messed up due to COVID. That's a whole nother mental stressor, and often a point of frustration is just the supply chain is tough. Anyway, I'm going to hit the bank. I'm signing off for now. You guys stay safe. Stay healthy out there. Wear those seatbelts if you're driving around and talking to your video camera. And I will catch you next time right here on YouTube. And if you like my content, if you like the kind of stuff we put out, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm Kellogg, and I'll catch you next time right here on YouTube. Bank, here I come, baby.